to our podcast, Through the TBR, where we talk about all book-related things and our never-ending TBRs.
And on that note, what have you been reading this week?
I am on the second book of the series of the Boys of Tommen series. So good.
So well.
I know. So good. Nearly finished.
Big books.
It's giant.
But did you say it feels like you're not reading as much? That's so good.
It's amazing. It might be my new favourite series, I reckon.
Do you think it's more romancy, right? It's not like a fantasy.
No, it's not fantasy. It's like a romance drama.
Okay.
So good.
Because you're a bit intimidated when it was on your hopeful.
Yeah.
Because it was like 800 something pages.
Yeah. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy it that much.
Mm.
But as soon as I started reading it, I was like, stop.
I mean, I haven't read it, but who's your favourite character so far?
Johnny.
Is he like the main male character?
Yeah.
Is he hot?
Oh no, Gibbsy.
Oh, Gibbsy.
Gibbsy and Johnny, they're my favourites.
Is he like really hot?
They're hot. They're really hot. And they're funny. They're weird. I love it.
I love a quirky main male character.
Right? Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? What have you been reading?
I'm on a fantasy kick at the moment.
Okay.
Which, I mean, is very unlike me.
Yes.
I've been reading The Serpent and The Wings of the Night.
Okay. Really good?
I finished it this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't, well, technically I finished it last night, but it was like midnight, so I'm like, am I counting it as the 1st of December?
No.
Or am I counting it as the 30th of November? Because that way I definitely made my 3 books last month.
Yeah.
But yeah, it leaves on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Obviously because they've got the second book, and now they've got a third. The only thing I found is weird, and there's going to be 6 books in the set. So they haven't all been released yet.
Okay.
But then there's also 2 books that are like side stories of, so like the main thing in the book is Nyaxia, and all the books you'll see on the top it says a Nyaxia novel.
Mm.
She's like the goddess everybody wants power from. So
right.
In the book it's called you know what I'm gonna do though, because some of the writing is not. I've been told it's not really good writing. I don't think it was that bad. It is a little hard to follow.
Yeah.
Good to follow up, but a lot of people have read like Sarah J. Maas up before, and like her writing is really good. Apparently, it's like going to like different writers.
Sarah J. Maas is really good writing.
Yeah. Would you say that?
Yeah, and no.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen so many TikToks of people being like, when you go from Sarah J. Maas to other like fantasy books, it is such a hard change from writing styles.
Yeah, like when I read Akata, I was like, obviously I love Akata, it's like my favourite series, whatever, it's up the top. But I was like, it's different, it's like, I don't even know how to explain her writing style. I don't like how the rest of the books are third person, but her writing style is very particular, but I don't think it's like the greatest.
Yeah, but I think the writing style was good. I did listen to it half on audiobook and then read the rest on my Kindle.
Yeah.
And because I was driving to Brisbane, I could chop and change between if I was not driving. What was that?
I ripped my microphone.
Oh no!
I thought I saw something on there. I didn't realize it was actually a piece of my microphone.
Just flicked it off.
So sorry. Keep going. I'm sorry.
So from here to Rocky, I drove, which is like 4 and a bit hours.
Yeah.
And I listened to it pretty much the whole way. And Kyle hated it.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
No, just thinking of the microphone again. Sorry. 4 hours of Rocky. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
It's like, no, it's okay.
No, I literally thought it was like a piece of like
Fluffle.
Yeah, fluff. I was like, what the hell is that? And I picked it and I ripped my microphone. There's literally a hole right there.
We're just about not buying new things.
Yeah, literally, it's me ripping my microphone. I'm so sorry. Okay,
No,
4 hours to Rocky. You're
and I listened to it, and Carl's like trying to sleep, and he was just like laying there. He was like, Amy, this is so boring. But I hated when the audiobook swears. But I can only listen to it on one speed. Normally if I listen to an audiobook, I put it on like 1.2 or 1.3. You put it to like 1.1 and it was like, no. You could not understand the words.
Really?
She was a very good, like, yeah. Here, I'll play you some if I don't get.
Because I'm not a fan of
discredited.
audiobooks.
So this is I'm not even on that chapter anymore. Jeez, I'll like put in the prologue.
Prologue. The king did not know then that his greatest love would also be his ruination, nor that either would come in the form of a tiny, helpless human child.
And I think that's what put Carl off.
I think I get that. That put me off too.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan.
Get fucked.
Yeah,
I hated that.
Sorry.
See, I could listen to it because it was keeping me awake also because we drove at night. So like from 8 p.m. till midnight, that's what I listened to.
That's what you listen to.
But I feel like, because when I was concentrating on the road, because it was dark and the trucks are everywhere, but like I kind of just like, yeah.
Well, did that not sound like robotic to you though?
No,
it sounds like
changed
Siri.
a little bit, I would say. So like,
Chapter 25. A shiver tore through my entire body. The sound was distant, and yet it silenced the room immediately.
You're right.
you don't think you'd listen to that?
I don't think I like audiobooks.
It's just you think you just don't like audiobooks.
I just don't think I do.
I got into them only the last couple of months. When I read the Miranda book, I listened to it. But I liked it because I could listen to her read it.
Yeah.
So it felt better. I don't know if that's that lady's voice or someone else's, but that's who I was listening to.
But you like audiobooks though,
I
don't
do.
you? Yeah.
And the thing I like about Audible and Kindle is that they link up.
Yeah.
So if I read a couple pages of my Kindle, it automatically puts me in that spot on Audible.
Yeah.
And same vice versa. If I listen to it, it'll put me... You know, when you log onto your Kindle, it's like, would you like to go to this page? You click. Have you ever done that?
No.
Do you have the Kindle app on your phone?
Yeah.
Does it not drag you across when you go onto your Kindle?
I haven't used my Kindle app on my phone.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, so on the Kindle app, it will say, like, at the bottom here, it'll come up and say, would you... Look, like this. Go to most recent page here or update on another device, and it'll take you to the page you're on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I like doing both.
Because I thought the Kindle app's got nothing to do with the Kindle.
No, I read, like, look. It literally... We're going off topic way here. Let me go to my Kindle app. Ready? So it has all my Kindle books. The only thing you can't really do on this is shop. But I have all my Kindle books.
Whoa. What? Well, I need to sign in. I don't really know anything. But I generally thought that's separate to that, even though it still says Kindle.
No.
So I was like, I'll just download it and just leave it there and not use it.
No, you can actually like listen to Kindle.
Oh, that's
read your
crazy.
Kindle books on there. So while I was away, I didn't read at all while I was away. I was really disappointed in myself. But I was also real busy.
Yeah.
But the more I've read it, the more I'm like, I wouldn't say it's a 4-star for me. I don't know if there's not much fantasy. It's not a massive world building.
Which you like though, don't you?
Yeah, I don't like a big build up of world building. I think it took like 100 pages for me to be like, okay, I get behind this. I just like it because it's vampires. But, you know, like, they have like Bloodborne, Bloodthirst. Like, they have lots of different words, but the two, like, variations, there's 2 variations of vampires. One's a hijab, and the other one's a what's it called? I don't even remember now, and I've literally just fucking read it. All I know is the main guy's called Rain. I hate that name. That's also what Carl says.
What's it called?
Rain.
I like that name.
So yeah, they're Hiyaj, and they are Rishon. They're the two.
And Hiyaj.
Yeah, they're the 2 versions of vampires in this book. And I'm glad I listened to it on Audible, because she pronounced it correctly. So then I could be in my head and be like, oh, that's exactly how you say it.
Yeah, whereas when you read it, you're like, oh, that says hijabe.
Yeah, and every time you read it, you might read it differently, at least because I've heard her say it so much.
Yeah.
I've like, because the book premise is basically every 100 years they have like this big tournament, and whoever wins out of the tournament gets Nyaxia, who's the god, their power. and she'll grant you one wish. So everybody wants to go in this to either get more power or, you know, get some sort of wish they really want. So it starts off with so many people and it just whittles down. And obviously, the survival of the fittest, rah, rah, rah. There's a whole thing. It's not got much spice. Chapter 44 is the only spicy chapter.
Really?
And it is the biggest chapter in the book. It took me 30 minutes to read one chapter. No, do you know on your Kindle it says like how much left?
Oh, yeah.
That's the longest chapter it's had.
Okay.
And when I say spice, it wasn't spicy. Like I think you would enjoy
It was just
it.
like it's just pepper.
Yeah, a little sprinkle.
Yeah, it wasn't like chili flakes. It was
It
pepper.
didn't describe deeply the sexual acts that happened.
Mm.
It does say cock and fuck and stuff like that, but it doesn't say anything else.
Oh, lovely.
So, you know what I mean? Like, from reading other, like, spicy books we've
other
read,
thing, where it's like, yeah.
yeah, he was just like, fuck Aurea. Her name's Aurea, and his name's Rain. So, so he's like, oh, fuck Aurea. That's literally, like, the most. And it just tells
like
you
a
that they had
comma
sex.
in that? Or is that like, oh, I done that?
No comma. Like, in the act.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was like...
But, like, it's a whole, like, leading up. Like, kissing, and then the last, like, couple words is like, I'll be fucked. It gives me YA.
Oh.
Because there isn't heaps of romance in it.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And then,
Maybe the next book is
the
like...
ending was really good, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm going to say it's a 3.75.
Really?
Like, it's not a 4, but I'm excited to read the next book.
That's cool.
Like, I think that was actually my last read.
Okay.
Is there anything else you've been reading?
I'm in the span of 2 other books that I haven't continued reading yet.
Okay, what are
Like, I got Ballad of Never After. I'm only on like page 50 on that one, probably.
Do you know what? So, we haven't even prefaced anything with the episode. We've just been talking about what we're reading.
We're just talking about what we want to talk about.
I also read Swift and Saddled.
Okay.
Not as good as Done and Dusted.
Yeah?
But I've been told that the next one, Lost and Lassued, is the best of the 3. So
Okay.
I'm excited to read that.
Because you have that now, hey?
I brought it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought it.
Okay, watch out.
It's just like really nice little palate cleanser romance.
Yeah, cute.
Because I like that they're all interlocking. It's the same thing as like I feel like it was like Elsie Silver's World, you know, where like the rebel, like they all brothers or cousins and this and that. Same thing with like the Blue Rebel Ranch. They're all brothers.
Okay.
And it talks, and there's one sister. So the first book was the sister and her brother's best friend.
Ooh, watch out. Yeah.
Was good. That
was a good
show.
one. Yeah.
The one I just read was he's like the middle brother that never does anything with himself, but he's got depression.
Oh.
And it really had a really nice representation of that in it. It's like their struggles, but he's like on medication. Like, do you know some books they say, oh, it's got this like not disease, but like they have this topic in this book, and it's not like laid out. Like, what's a book I read recently, and the character had ADHD. It's a book we've read, and I was like, it didn't really show it.
We both read it.
I think.
Did we?
Sorry. Unless it was the first, like, Done and Dusted.
I haven't read that.
Hold on.
Well, the books that I've read a few books that had like a lot of like mental health like disorders in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember one for ADHD though.
I think it's a country book. Maybe you haven't read it.
Yeah, it's not. What's that first book that we read? It's like, what's that? Flawless. Is it you talking about?
Sorry, it is Done and Dusted.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It is Done and Dusted. Has like representation of ADHD, but it really didn't.
Oh.
Like I didn't feel like, you know, like you see traits in people that have ADHD. None of that was in the book. Like the first page was just like, yeah, I have ADHD. It just didn't have very good representation. But this one with the depression, it showed a good side of it, I think.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do this to myself, or I have really bad thoughts. It was just like, I have my dark days, but then I also have my really good days. But I have medication to help me.
Oh.
So I have good days most of the time, But when I have bad days, they're bad days, sort of thing. Like, I think it's a nice way of showing it. Like, they're not diving straight into, like, the bad parts of it all.
Yeah.
But, like, it was a nice book. It was a nice palette cleanser.
Yeah.
A bit smutty, which is always fun.
We always love that.
But yeah, I got told the third book was really good, so...
You were, like, ready. You're like, oh, got it.
I was going to read it, and then obviously I picked up the Serpent and the Wings of the Night.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because you did that because you wanted to do the audio book of it, too.
Yeah, because with Audible you get one free book. When I say one free book, it's not free. I pay $8.99 a month.
Yeah, but it's like that you can get.
So originally it's like $35 for the book. If I get it for $8.99 a month, I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna absolutely.
And the second one, the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King.
Yeah. That's
$51 on audiobook, like
it?
Audible. But that could be my next 20-day pick.
I paid like $30 for that one.
Yeah.
That's
it's like
crazy.
a 19-hour book. Because you can put them in your, like, in my library. It's in my, like, wish list. But yeah, it's 19 hours and 27 minutes. And it is $50.99.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm like, I can, in 14 days, I can choose that as my monthly book.
Wow.
Is it bad that I want to choose, like, the long, expensive books for my free $8.99 book?
That's not bad. I mean, that makes sense, if anything.
But then I also want to listen to this on audiobook because apparently it's really funny.
That's that one with the candy cane that... No, I was with Lauren and her friend Bella at a bookshop the other day. Like, when I said the other, I mean like 2 weeks ago or whatever. And we were like, oh my gosh, there's a Christmas book. And I was like, Bella was like, oh, that's cute. I was like, out loud.
Just talk out loud.
Yeah, I was talking out loud. I didn't realise we were in public. Well, I mean, I didn't really fully commune. There's people everywhere. It was full. And I was like, yeah, I've heard about this book. It tells you that they put the candy cane up her and then... and Laura goes, shut up. And everyone around us is looking at me. And I was like...
I didn't mean to say that.
I was like, I didn't mean to do that. And then Bella's like, okay, I'm getting it.
But I mean, it's just like, you haven't read it yet, but you know 1,000 Kisses for You? No, is it called? No, it's 1,000 Kisses.
1,000 Boy Kisses.
No,
a different one.
The Monica Murphy one.
The what one?
Monica Murphy.
Oh,
you have it, because you're like, which way to read it? The big one is like...
1,000,000 Kisses in Your Lifetime?
Yes, he fucks it with a lollipop.
How does it even work? Does that
I
even
love hot
feel
lollipop.
good?
I love hot lollipop.
That's crazy. Does that
And then when he pulled it out...
Be gagging already. Oh, that made me feel so sick.
So many people were just like, okay, so, like, what about, like urinary tract UTIs?
Yeah.
What about a UTI? Because you'd get one from that, regardless.
Oh, that'd be... Wouldn't that stink? I don't know.
That's what
It's sticky
sweet.
as well.
It's sweet.
Sorry.
He licked it before he put it in, too. It's a great book, by the way.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I haven't read it, but I'm going to read it.
You'll enjoy it.
Okay.
It's good. Anyway, yeah, so...
when I'm reading it, I'll probably think, like, ooh, that's good. But
no,
when we're
you
talking
do.
about it...
You do.
When we're talking about it, I'm like, ugh, the way
When
you
you're immersed in the story, you're like, fuck yeah. And then you're like... It reminds me of those Love Hot Lollies you could buy from school.
Yeah,
Did you ever
like
get
the
those?
nurses. No, you know the ones with like the little like faces on the packaging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like those.
Yes. Oh, that's no.
Anyway.
I don't know about that one. Sorry, Chief. But when I'm reading, I'll probably be like, this is what I want.
No, you do. I was just like, sick.
I was like, I want my lollipop.
To be fair, it's a very small portion of the book. It isn't like a thing where it keeps being brought up or it keeps happening.
Imagine.
It's just
like,
one little scene.
Hey, remember that other month when I stuck a lollipop? I remember, let's do that again.
It's your month again. It's like your monthlies.
It's your monthlies! It's like a red
Monthly
lollipop. Oh, no.
Yeah, no, gross.
Yeah,
I would do it
fair.
in real life, but in a book you're like, oh, yeah.
Everything in a book feels more better, but in real life, it's like, what?
I'm like, do you need to go to hospital? Do you need to go to a psych ward?
Like, some of the dark romance books I read, I'm like, oh, I want that. But I'm like, if I actually
And then you think about it after.
And you're like,
Psychotic.
do I actually want someone to chase me and then, in a forest and almost die and then be like, yeah, I want that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what am I doing?
I don't think that's it. And then
Am I crazy?
And you just sit there, you're like, am I wrong?
I was like, why
Am
am
I
I find
weird?
that attractive? Yeah, I was like, why do I want...
But when you're immersed in the book,
Oh, it's good.
page.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was what we read.
We're so off track.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So that's what we read this month. So I read, we read book club, which we'll get to. This is literally a book club episode. Sorry, we
Believe it
read
or not.
like our endless TBR. We have endless yapping about books.
We do.
I read Lost and
Sweet and Subtle. Swift and
Swift and Shunted. New title.
Swift and Shadowed. What's it called? Saddled. Swift and Saddled.
So I read Swift and Saddled and The Serpent King, The Serpent and the Wings of the Night.
Yes.
And you read...
I've read the book club book, which was Once Upon a Broken Heart. I read Binding 13. I've read a little bit of Good... I didn't finish it, though. And
No.
I nearly finished Keeping 13.
The November TBR episode you just watched, that was the bonus episode. This is the real episode. This is the November book club wrap up. That's what I'm going to call the book club wrap up.
Book club wrap up. So sorry. The coffee's kicking in and it's like, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous
It's
now.
so dangerous. Okay.
So, you read 3.
Yes.
I read 3.
Mhm.
We talked about the 2 books that are like have to read books. We both didn't read them.
I didn't read it. I tried. I
At
got
least you started yours.
100 page.
The thing is, I was just not in the mood for another book about grief.
Yeah.
Because last month, we just read both of the If He Had Been With Me and what's the other one called?
If Only I Told Her.
If Only I Told Her.
Have we finished that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You'd have.
We read both of those within 1 month.
Mm.
And I just couldn't pick up another book about death and grief.
Yeah.
And I just felt like romance and fantasy. And I'm never a fantasy reader, so
Yeah. So you were like,
take it as it comes.
Take it. Absolutely.
Hello.
Gregory.
Gregor.
That's what my ghost name is. Gregory.
Did you what is?
My ghost name. My
Really?
ghost name. Yeah. The ghost that's
I
following
say,
me.
Granddad, stop it.
Do you? Is it your granddad that's following you?
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
I used to see him in my wardrobe when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, apparently so. That's what my mum told me. Anyway, get beside the
Scary.
point.
Yeah.
So November book club was
Once Upon a Broken Heart.
by Stephanie Gambit.
Garber.
No, no. I was wrong.
Gambit.
I was so close. I was confident with
Garber.
that.
Gambit. You've been stuck in your cowboy romances too much.
I was
Gambit,
so
my
confident
God.
with that answer.
I know, you're like Stephanie Gambit.
I knew it was Stephanie. It's like, go.
Energy, yeah.
I was...
Okay. Garber.
Okay.
Stephanie Garber.
So, November... No.
Yes.
Firstly, what did you rate it? I'm gonna look at my Goodreads.
Yeah, me too, I can't remember.
Because I don't know if I want to change it.
I'm
You know what
also
I mean?
checking my Fable in case I put a half star.
Did you get Fable?
Remember how we said
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yes. Okay,
where do I look at it again? Oh, hold on.
I'll have to check mine too because
Right.
mine changes. Okay,
Oh, I
So-
gave it a 4 star, but I think on Fable, hold on.
I think it's really the exact same as mine.
Stand by.
So I'll just talk while you stand by.
Yeah.
Um,
You keep going.
So on Goodreads, I gave it a 4. On Fable, 3.75. Oh!
Wow.
I gave it a 3.75 and you gave it a 3.5.
I did give it a 3.5.
Okay, explain to me, why did you give it a 3.5?
Look, I loved it. I think
Yeah.
it had a lot of, what's the word that I'm looking for? It had a lot of, potential to what it could be, but it just didn't hit the 4 mark for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't, because you can tell it's YA,
Oh, yeah.
and I think that was my problem with it. I think I love Jax and I love the main character, but I just wanted that little bit more oomph in it.
Yeah, it would have been better if it was a little spicy.
Yes.
But then, are we asking too much for every book to be spicy?
Well, no. I think the storyline's great. It's creative. I love it. Jax is my favorite character. Love him. I like in the vampires. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think the whole story was great, and I think the characters are great.
It just could have been something a little more.
Yeah, there was just I don't know what it is.
I feel like there was a lot of like a lot of back and forth.
It was a lot of back and forth. I
Like
it's the
it could have
same
been a
thing.
shorter story.
Mm.
What was it, 400 pages or something?
Yeah, about that.
I think it could have chopped out like 50 pages maybe.
Yeah, I think okay. I think what my problem
408
is
pages.
408.
Yeah.
You know how it's meant to be enemies to lovers, or well, that's where it's getting to,
Yeah,
right?
there's none of that in it though.
I feel like they could have been more animalistic. Is that a word? It sounds like a word.
More fiendish to each other.
Yeah, I think it gave off like friends for years, and then sometimes they're bigger.
Yeah.
I wanted more.
I exactly
enemies.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
there.
I think that was my problem. I was like, I was expecting enemies to lovers. This is just not enemies.
For him being such a dick, being like, you have 3 kisses, but by the way, they're pretty much all gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what? I really hated the fact that, you know, the prince. I was like, is he like? I didn't want him to be under a spell because he seemed like he really liked her, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she didn't kill him.
No, he didn't like her. He was under a spell.
Yeah, but it would have been cool.
I was hoping the prince would die.
Oh, okay. I mean, you've read fantasy, so you kind of know.
Yeah, you kind of already. Yeah.
As soon as he said when he was scaling the wall, my mind went to like crazy eyes. He was like, Evangeline, I love you, and I'm like, no. I was like flicking through.
Yeah, you know, it was like no, sorry.
He loved himself though, sitting on the balcony before everyone else beneath him.
Yeah, I don't like
Dick.
the prince. See, he even from the get go. Well, actually, when they did that first kiss on the balcony, I thought that was really good. I loved that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm loving this scene
Spice.
between them. And then Jack was behind, getting jealous or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. There's something about it. I think it's because they weren't enemies enough. They weren't like.
I feel like I went through
Give
the
me
book
more
so
hate.
quick though.
Mm.
Like like you said, like we normally take a while to get into a book.
Yeah.
But I think the first night I read like 36 pages or something. Like
Yeah.
I was like,
You
oh
were
shit.
onto it. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Ever since like if he had been with me,
Yeah.
flew through that too.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe YA is my thing though.
Do you like YA?
I love a spicy book. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the last 2 books we've had for book club have been YA, haven't they? If you've been with me
Yeah.
and Once Upon a Broken Heart, I've just zipped through them. I've really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Maybe,
That's true. I haven't I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't normally read quick.
No.
And for me to beat you, honestly,
Yeah, she
put
did
a
beat me.
woohoo banner up for me. I beat Maddie reading it.
Yeah.
I was, every time I was messaging, how far are you through? I was like, if this fucking bitch tells me that she's ahead of me, I'll be
You
so
were like,
mad.
You know what's so annoying? That the last night when you were finishing it, I was so close to do it. I was trying to beat you. Cause I was like, oh, I'm a few days later, but I was like, I can do this. But then you I finished. I was like, oh, I
I
50
stayed up
pages
till
left.
3 in the morning to finish it though.
Did you?
Yeah.
You were yeah, I'm doing it.
I was so tired in the morning. Beta woke up at 6. I was
You were
like, really? Please go back to sleep. I'm so tired.
Please.
Please, I promise
Come
you.
and nap.
Come lay in my bed with me.
Yeah, quick.
But it was so... I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it to other people.
Mm.
I brought the really cute big edition covers.
Yeah.
And it just made me want to read the second one more. Because you instantly read the start
I mean,
of the second
I
one.
started reading the second. I actually I enjoyed the book. I just wish it had more oomph in it. But I started the second one straight away.
I haven't... I restrained myself.
Yeah.
I looked at my list. I was like, okay, I have that. And I thought after reading that, I'd be in the mood for reading Blue Sisters.
Mm.
Didn't feel in the mood. That's why I instantly started Swift and Saddled.
Yeah. Well, that's the same with me because I picked up This Girl's Guide to Murder, and I was like,
Just
I don't
not
really,
feeling it.
I don't really feel like solving a murder right now.
No. I was like, I just don't feel like reading about death right now. Like, I know it's a good book. It's been rated so high.
But it's just like not
just not
in the
into
mood
it right now.
You're not in the right mental headspace for that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I just want to chill with a little romance, a little fantasy cleanser.
Yeah. And mine was just like really big, traumatic romance story. It was really good.
Don't know, you made me want to read it.
No, honestly, it's so good. I could not recommend it more.
This is your second phase of ACOTAR being like, Amy, read ACOTAR.
No,
Amy, read
it is.
ACOTAR. No, it's Amy, read
I'm not
it.
even kidding. It is. Like, I'm actually never been this obsessed since ACOTAR.
That's something for you.
All day when I go to work, that's all I think about. I just need to get into it.
I want to go home and read.
Yeah, the characters, the story, everything. I'm
gonna have to
obsessed.
fucking read it, aren't I?
You're gonna have to? Yeah.
So yeah, I give it 3.75, you give it 3.5.
Yeah.
You said Jax was your favourite character.
Jax is my favourite character.
Who was your least favourite? I know mine.
Oh, no, mine is stinking...
The sister?
The sister,
Marisol. Is Marisol?
Marisol.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Or, the boyfriend.
Oh, what's his name?
I keep thinking
The boyfriend that got burnt and shit. Like, the guy that she liked.
Yeah, the one she used to date.
And he was under a spell. That's what I think is not fair.
And then he turned to a stinging vampire and tried to eat them? No. So he was cringe too. He was like, no, get out of town.
I could just see him just like,
yeah, he was like,
love me, Evangeline.
Yeah, no, get out of town.
No, I like Jax.
Yeah.
Jax is my favourite. Evangeline, I don't really like female characters that much. Like, obviously I'm a girl. Boy characters are hot to me.
Yeah, boy characters are.
But like, I really liked Evangeline.
She was
I
cool.
thought she was cute. I just wish there was like a nickname because Evangeline is such a hard word to say.
It is. Yeah, I can't say
the last episode.
Yeah, I couldn't
out.
say it. Yeah, I don't want to try because I already know I'm gonna fail. So
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like Marisol. I didn't like her mum.
Yeah, her mum's annoying.
I hope there's like a backstory of her parents though. That would be fun.
Oh, because we don't know her parents. That's her stepmother and stuff.
Yeah, and her dad died at the start of the story.
Yeah, I wonder if the story was like,
because she was from the north.
Yeah.
And he was from the south.
What's the word I'm looking for? Where like it's been
1 week since you looked at me.
No,
you had to decide, say I'm angry.
No, not based, but like it's inspiration. Do you reckon he's got inspiration from Cinderella, like the writer?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Like evil stepsister, evil stepmom, Cinderella.
See,
please.
This is what Tracy at the bookshop was telling me. She goes, it's so loosely based on like Cinderella that you don't have to really think about the world building, and that's why there's none in it, because you already know the fairy tale of like, you know, kissing the Prince Charming or this and that. Like the whole story thing is like loosely based off Cinderella and like other fairy tales that we've already read.
In one, yeah.
As like children, we know fairy tales, so like you don't need world building because
we already know.
You already understand the fairy tale scenery, so that's why there's no world building.
Oh.
But I thought her writing was really easy to and flowy. Like
yes,
it was written really well that I could just keep flicking pages.
Oh goodness, passionate there.
Honestly, I need to find an alternative to an energy drink.
Why?
Because I just keep burping.
Oh, well, I don't think they have one.
No.
Chocolate milk.
Have you tried the coconut chocolate milk?
I don't like coconut.
Oh, pussy.
I don't like coconut.
Anyway, so yeah, favourite character was Jax. To be fair, there's not much to talk about.
There's not much, yeah.
Because it leaves it on a cliff.
It does leave it on a cliff.
I can't remember what the cliffhanger was.
About the, Jax went to see her, the sister went away because they found out that...
But she did it all. She was actually magical. I think that was a really nice twist. I like that.
That she was a witch.
As soon as there's a sticker on here. It says signed copy.
Imagine, I'm like, get off of there.
I'll
chuck it on the table. That's a signed copy.
Signed copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. When I was reading it, I was like, it's Marisol.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
you
probably
tell.
saw it from a far away, hey?
Yeah.
The first like couple of things, I was like, oh, maybe she is. And then, you know, when you got to it, I was like, maybe I'm just blind. I'm like, oh!
No, as soon as, like, they went away and, like, she went to her own shops or whatever, I was like, something's sus happening.
Yeah, something's not... Oh, I actually
She's
thought...
not nice.
If she wasn't magical, I thought if not, she was relaying information to her mum who was magical. That would have been cool too.
Yeah.
So, that was, like, my thoughts.
Yeah. And then the plot twist was when they went down to the cellar. She thought she was about to get murdered or something. Well, I thought that's what was going to happen.
I liked that bit too.
But then
the
she
old
found
lady.
out the thing was alive, and I was like, well, that's boring.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't even open all the gates, did they? Like the arches? Did they?
No. Oh, she...
They didn't.
No, she opened the arch. She just got to get the pieces together in order to fully open it.
That's what I mean, they didn't even fully open it in this book.
Yeah, I think that must be the next one.
If it isn't, and it's just like a play along, and it's the third book that they do it, I'd be actually a little bit disappointed.
You'd be like, no.
But I do want to read the second one. I'm very excited to.
Yeah.
I just don't know when it's going to fit. It's probably going to be in the 2025 TBR.
Well, that's why I've kind of stopped, because you know when... It was kind of the same as Lilac and Nightbane. I love them too, don't get me wrong. Up there to my third favourite series so far.
Yeah.
But when I... With Lilac, you know how it ended in that cliffhanger?
You just need to know the cliffhanger bit.
Yeah, I read Nightbane and I'm like, ugh. Like,
yeah.
It's like not as... It's like, why is that so anticipated?
It, like... I feel like, obviously, if a book ends in a cliffhanger, it brings you up so high. But then, like, Nightbane, it went back to, like, world building again. Like, there was new characters introduced. Like, the bit I got up to in Nightbane is when the door opens, they're in the big table talking about things, and that other chick comes in and she's like, I'm here for this world.
True. Have you finished Nightbane?
No, that's the bit I got up to and left it.
I was like, wait.
I literally think I read, like, 20 pages, and I was like, the hype, gone. I don't know, yeah. I'm excited to read the second. It'll probably be my 2025 TBR.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. There's not much else to say about it.
No.
There wasn't, like, in-depth conversations. There wasn't, like... I don't think there was a lot of character building.
There wasn't really.
As soon as you realised he was, like, was it the King of Hearts? No, what is he called? This is how memorable the book is. To be fair, I loved it while I was reading it. Haven't thought about it since.
Me too.
The only time I thought about it is when I brought the new books, like, the different version.
And then you started thinking about it. But honestly saying, I don't, like, remember much at all. Even though I loved it while reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. He's not a king. He's a Prince of Hearts.
The Prince of Hearts. As soon as you knew that bit, there wasn't, like, where he came from. There's no, like, origin of where he came from.
I would have loved an origin, though. Like,
just a little chapter.
How did he become who he is? Who is his mum and dad? Obviously, he's part of a god or whatever it is. Yeah. I'm like,
and obviously, I actually really liked the different gods or goddesses that were in it, like Poison.
Yeah.
And I want to see stories of them.
Because they're based on cards.
Yeah.
And those cards will come to life.
Are they like tarot cards? Is that what it is? Or is it like a plain deck card?
It must be tarot cards. Boy, search it up.
Deck of cards.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like hearts, spades. But there's like no spade or
There's no spades.
It's Poison. And who was the other one in it? It wasn't Ivy, was it? Like Poison Ivy. Anyway, I just know there's Poison in it. I love a little story on her. She seemed pretty cool.
Who?
The Poison one.
She's... Oh!
You know how I'm talking about?
The Tears?
Yeah.
She's
Poison.
not Poison.
She was called Poison.
Right. Who's the... You know who I thought you were talking about?
Who?
The guy that brought her back from Stone.
No.
Who is he, then?
I love Jax.
That wasn't Jax.
Her name was... No, it was Poison that brought her back.
Yeah, it wasn't the girl.
Oh, he's a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I read Poisoner as the girl.
No, you're talking about the chick with the tears. The weeping...
Okay, well, I
marriage
thought...
one.
Okay, yeah, well, I thought Poison was a girl. I think she would be better as a girl. I saw like, a redhead, like, dyed bright red hair, dark purple and black, like, leather.
Really?
Yeah, like a leather suit sort of thing.
It says it was a gentleman at the beginning.
Oh, okay, well, maybe I didn't fucking pay attention, do I? That's
You
just me
must
in a
be
nutshell.
talking her best friend, the one that was trying to fight for the prince, and she,
Who was Evangeline's saving kiss? No.
Saving kiss? I think you might be
Oh,
spoiling
his
this
name
one.
was Luke. the boyfriend, the guy that she was in love with. At the start. His name was Luke.
Luke.
L-U-C. Luke.
Yeah. Luke.
So I think we've wrapped up about the book. Easy paced read, short chapters, amazing short chapters.
Would recommend.
I would recommend,
but not my favourite.
No, but I'm excited to read the next two. Okay, so I've got this new segment.
Okay.
I hope you like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read a 5-star review from the book and a 1-star review from the book on Goodreads.
Oh, okay.
So I thought of this idea. I just thought it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I have to find one quickly. I have a 1-star, but I don't have a.
That's so scary though. Well, like the 1 stars or whatever, because then you're like, what?
Okay, so this is the 5-star review. I'm not gonna name names, or whatever. I'm just gonna read the review. This book made me remember that my answer to the age-old question: if I could live in any fictional world, which one would it be? This world would be the world of Caravel, because it's in the same world as Once Upon a Time. Yeah. It was honestly so good to be back and revisit some old beloved characters. It was nice seeing a glimpse of what Scarlett and Donatello were getting up to, but I also loved the focus on Jax. The Fate has been through it. It was so interesting to see how he bounces back in the different kinds of mischief he gets into. I also think Evangeline is a great new character and her chemistry with Jax is amazing. I love the plot is very magic focused, particularly on a new kind of magic that hasn't been explored yet in the world of Caravel. So, and then in brackets it says, which is surprising because there is so much. It just made me want to read Caravel.
Yeah, it does make me want to read Caravel.
I enjoyed reading about the old royal family, the archers, the prophecy, and how Jax has made Evangeline the centre of it all. This is a pretty successful start to a companion series, and I genuinely look forward to seeing how the story plays out. That's the 5-star. The 1-star?
Alright, this is really interesting.
This is what I love about books, because you can be you could be at the bottom, you hated it. You could be, I loved it, or you could be in the middle. It's completely fine. So, she wrote a lot, so I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to read the bit that is in bold, okay?
Okay.
So, this is a 1-star. To put it simply, Once Upon a Broken Heart is a hot mess. The premise promises a fairy tale, but what Garber delivers is a confused nightmare. With an annoyingly naive protagonist, a one-dimensional cast of supporting characters, and a truly what-the-fuck-inducing plot, this book's only saving grace are the short chapters and fast pace, which sometimes can be too much of a hindrance to your enjoyment, and the desire rate of this book is higher than your actual will to read it.
Wow, she went right out there.
She just
went off.
But there's 165 comments, and majority of the comments feel the exact same way she does.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's almost like Garber has just put is just as clueless to the plot as Evangeline is.
You know what though? It did feel like that. It felt like the writer didn't really know what was going to happen next and just chucked in something.
Oh, now we get into it.
I think that yeah. Do you agree with that? I agree with that.
I don't know if I agree with it. I'm just blasé, and I'm just like, oh, book, cool.
Yeah, same. It's like, oh, I'll just keep reading. It's like, whoa. But it did feel like that, actually. It's like, it wasn't planned out kind of thing.
It's like when she was writing, she was like, oh,
you're like,
put that
in.
in.
A second, let me put this. Yeah.
I get what they mean.
Yeah.
But then also, I'm just a little naive reader anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It does, yeah, exactly. I'm the exact same. So it's like, it did feel like that, but I'm like, it's alright.
If I had fun, I had fun.
Exactly. If I liked it, I liked it. It's fine.
Alright, I think that's a wrap up on November's book club. I hope if you guys have read it or you want to read it, we didn't spoil too much.
Yes.
We probably spoiled a lot. Sorry.
Oh. Crap, I think we did some spoilers.
I'll just put spoiler warning.
Yeah,
if you don't want to read it.
What does TW mean?
That's a later episode for that one.
What do you mean?
I've actually got an episode about acronyms for reading. TW's trigger warning.
Is that what it is? That means?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
Anyways, it's book club choosing time. It's my choice this month. I fucking hope that I choose something good. I pick something, and we have talked about it before.
Okay.
I had to buy it on Kindle because I don't have physical copy.
I'm scared.
Should be scared. We literally just talked about it before.
Is it Cara?
Think Christmassy.
Oh, is it that one with the candy cane? Is it the Canon game one? Was that?
Apparently, I read all of it. It is How My Neighbour Stole Christmas by Meghan Quinn. I'm gonna put it in the middle here in the picture, like I do normally. But that's our book club book.
Wow. Okay.
I wanted something fun for Christmas.
Yeah.
329 pages.
Not too bad.
So fun. I just wanted something Christmassy.
I mean, obviously it's Christmas month.
So I had two choices. It was that or My December Darling by Lauren Asher. I think it's Asher.
Mm.
And it's a novella. That's the only reason I didn't choose it, because it's only 217 pages.
Yeah, fair enough. What else is Megan? I think I have a few of the books. I just don't know.
I need to find should I find the little blurb and read it?
Yeah, read the blurb. Well, I actually don't know what it's about except for the candy cane scene.
I'm just excited to read it. So, oh shit, it's a bit long. A new holiday enemies to lovers romance by US Today best-selling author Meghan Quinn. Every Kringle in Kringle Town celebrates Christmas a lot, but Cole Black on Whistler Lane unfortunately did not. As his fellow citizens decorate their quaint town brimming with carols and glad tidings, Cole wants nothing more than to hibernate the winter away. But his dreary plans are thwarted when his Christmas nemesis, Storyteller, moves in next door to care for her Auntie Cindy. Immediately, the new neighbour turns his life into a real nightmare before Christmas, especially when she decides to enter the town Christmas Kringle contest in honour of Cindy. And better yet, Story is determined to win. Over Cole's dead body she will. With help from his friend Max, Cole decides to enter the competition as well, to beat Story at her own game, by pretending that his hometown Grump's heart has grown 3 sizes this season, and he's fallen for the girl next door. And unfortunately for Story, she has to follow his lead to have a chance at the Christmas Kringle title. But the competition isn't the only thing that heats up. Cole and Story's fake relationship becomes very real, and before they know it, they're attempting to hide it from Aunt Cindy. Things get complicated, the competition gets tough, and all it takes is for one single night for someone to steal it all.
Okay. One thing I don't like is how it's called Kringle.
Yeah.
Kringle Town. That's cringe me out.
Kringle Town.
Kringle. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, is that what it's called?
Play on words.
Yeah. Oh.
But
But yeah, no, it sounds good.
I'm like, oh, it's 480 pages. What? No, maybe not. See, on Kindle it says 480. Should I choose something else if it's 480?
Oh, you'll be fine.
Oh, by the time you get to the prologue, you skip like 20 pages.
Yeah, so that's fine.
So, we'll put it on our little we'll put it on our Instagram page, so if you guys want to follow along and read that also for a book club, more than welcome.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
We shall see you in the next episode.
Follow the socials.
Yeah, follow socials, leave a comment.
Don't care if it's a hate comment.
Yeah, you know what, put it all in there, why not? Yeah, give us a like if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, give us a follow.
Everything.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next episode in 2 weeks' time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.